All right, so today we're going to dive into BYD.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, just looking at the numbers here.
Yeah.
I was pretty impressed with their revenue increase.
Yeah. The revenue came in at approximately 777.102 billion RMB,
Wow.
which was a huge jump,
Yeah.
29.02% year-over-year growth.
That's not insignificant.
It's not. It's very significant.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
And if you dig in a little bit and see where that revenue's coming from, it's even more impressive.
Yeah, where is it coming from?
So their automobiles and related products
Yeah.
brought in 617.302 billion RMB,
Okay.
which is up 27.7%.
Wow.
And that segment now comprises almost 80% of their total revenue.
So it's really like, when we talk about BYD,
Yeah.
we really should be thinking about them as an auto company.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say.
At this point, right? I mean,
Absolutely.
yeah,
They are an EV company.
Yeah.
New energy vehicles. That is
Yeah.
really their bread and butter.
Yep.
But it is interesting to note that the other, big chunk of their business
Yep.
is mobile handset components and assembly,
Right.
which brought in 159.609 billion RMB.
Okay. So still,
It's still a good chunk of change.
pretty good chunk of change, right?
Yeah. It actually grew faster than the auto side.
Did it really?
34.6% growth year over year.
Wow, that's even more.
Yeah. But it is a smaller part of the business.
Got it. Okay.
So it's 20.54% of their revenue.
So interesting.
Yeah, so it's interesting to see that they're still, they haven't fully divested from that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's still a good business for them.
Yeah, and it's, good to be diversified too, right?
Absolutely.
So we've got great top line growth.
Yeah.
Revenue's looking good.
Yep.
But what about profitability?
Right.
How are they doing there?
Well, profitability also looks great.
Okay.
Their profit attributable to owners of the parent company
Yeah.
reached approximately 40.254 billion RMB.
Wow.
That was a 34% increase.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Very good.
And then earnings per share.
Earnings per share were 13.84 RMB.
Okay.
Both basic and diluted.
So they're not just selling more, they're also keeping more of what they're selling.
Yeah, which is, very important for
You're right.
long-term health of the company.
Absolutely.
And it looks like they are sharing some of that success with their shareholders.
The board has recommended a final dividend
Okay.
of 3.974 RMB per share.
Good.
And they also have a very strong cash position.
Okay.
At the end of 2024, they had approximately 154.937 billion RMB in cash.
So that's
Yeah, that's a lot of cash.
that's a huge amount of cash.
Yeah, so they're in a good spot.
Yeah. It gives them a lot of flexibility to do a lot of different things.
Yeah, they can weather any storms that might be coming their way.
Right, exactly.
They can invest in new technologies and really kind of...
And grow.
Yeah.
Grow.
Okay, so let's move on to what I think a lot of people are really interested in, which is, their new energy vehicle business.
They're NEVs.
Yeah.
NEVs.
This is really where BYD is shining.
Yeah, they really position themselves in this report as like a leader.
They do. They're a global leader in the NEV industry.
Yeah.
And they're really pushing the boundaries of technology,
Yeah.
both in terms of electrification and intelligence.
Yeah.
One of the things that they talk a lot about are their blade batteries,
Yeah.
which are these highly safe LFP batteries.
Okay.
And these are really making waves in the power battery market.
Interesting.
And BYD is involved in the entire battery ecosystem.
Okay.
So they make batteries for everything.
Wow. Yeah.
Phone to cars to energy storage.
Wow.
So they're really vertically integrated,
Yeah.
which is a big advantage.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh,
And then they're also expanding their passenger vehicle business globally,
yes.
which is, something that we're all seeing, I feel like.
Yeah, absolutely.
More and more BYDs on the road.
Yeah. I mean, their global sales growth has been significant.
Yeah.
And by the end of 2024, they had entered over 100 countries and regions across 6 continents, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's really impressive.
And they're not just exporting cars, they're actually establishing local production.
Okay.
So they're setting up factories in places like Uzbekistan and Thailand.
Interesting. So they're really, building a global footprint.
They are. They're not just dipping their toes in the water. They're really going all in.
Yeah, that's cool.
And they're even building their own shipping fleet.
What?
Yeah, they have ships like the Explorer No. 1 and the BYD Cheng's HO.
So they're not even relying on other companies to get their cars to...
Exactly. They're controlling the entire supply chain,
Wow.
which is a huge advantage in this day and age.
Yeah, for sure.
Huh.
Okay, so let's talk about technology a little bit because that's
Right.
obviously a huge part of what BYD is doing.
Absolutely.
And the report highlights their substantial investments in R&D.
Yes. They invested approximately 54.2 billion RMB in R&D in 2024,
Okay.
which is a 35.68% increase year over year.
Wow.
And their cumulative investment in R&D now exceeds 180 billion RMB.
That's a lot of money.
It is. It's a lot of money.
And so
Yeah.
what are some of the things that they're working on that are,
Well, one of the most exciting things is their Super E platform.
okay, Super E platform.
Yeah, it's basically the core technological architecture for their next generation of EVs.
Okay.
So it includes things like flash charging batteries,
Okay.
a 30,000 RPM electric motor.
Wow. 30,000.
Yeah, 30,000.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
And silicon carbide power chips.
Okay. And what are those?
Silicon carbide is a more advanced semiconductor material
Okay.
that can handle high power more efficiently.
Okay.
So it's gonna lead to better performance
Yeah.
and potentially even faster charging.
Okay. Got it.
And they say that with the Super E platform, they can achieve charging speeds
Okay.
that are as fast as refueling a gasoline car.
Wow.
So no more range anxiety,
Yeah.
which is a big deal.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Okay, what else are they innovating in? They're also very focused on integrated vehicle intelligence.
Okay. Integrated vehicle intelligence?
Yeah, which is driven by their God's Eye technology matrix.
God's eye. Okay.
And basically, they're leveraging the vast amounts of data they're collecting from their vehicles on the road
Okay.
and their strong engineering team and their large-scale production capabilities
Yeah.
to make intelligent driving features accessible to a wider range of consumers.
Okay.
So their goal is intelligent driving for all.
Okay. Cool.
And they're already rolling out some of these advanced driving features.
Yeah. Like what?
So they have mapless city piloting
Okay.
and high-speed piloting capabilities that are being rolled out nationwide.
So mapless.
Mapless.
Uh-huh.
So it means the car can navigate using real-time sensor data and AI
Got it.
rather than relying on preloaded maps, which
Okay.
makes it much more adaptable.
Okay.
They're also pushing the boundaries of parking technology
Okay.
with things like all-scenario intelligent parking. They have some really interesting features like easy 3-party parking and easy 4-party parking.
Okay. What are those?
I don't know the exact details of those, but they sound pretty cool.
Yeah, that sounds very advanced.
Yeah, very user-friendly.
Okay.
And then they also launched something called the Sequoia architecture, which is specifically designed for enhancing vehicle intelligence.
So it seems like vehicle intelligence is,
It's a big focus for them.
yeah, a huge focus for them.
Yeah, they're really trying to make their cars as smart as possible.
Right.
Um,
So it's also interesting to see how they're developing, different brand identities
yeah,
beyond just BYD.
right.
Like, Denza and Yangwang.
Yeah, their brand strategy is definitely evolving.
Yeah.
So they have Denza, which is positioned as their new energy luxury tech brand.
Okay. New energy luxury tech
Oh,
brand.
yeah. So they're offering MPVs, SUVs, sedans,
Got it.
all under the Denza brand.
Okay.
And then within the Denza ecosystem, they have something called the E3 platform,
E3 platform. Okay.
which is it stands for OA,
Okay.
and that focuses on intelligent control and user experience.
So Denza is like the luxury
Yeah, it's the luxury arm.
arm of BYD.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay. And then they have Yangwang,
Yeah.
which is their million-level high-end NEV brand.
Okay. So this is like the
This is the top of the line.
top of the line.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is where they really showcase their most advanced technologies.
Okay.
So they have the E4 platform.
Okay.
They have their DESIS intelligent body control system,
Thesis.
which is Grille in Chinese.
Okay.
And that's designed to enhance ride comfort and handling
Okay.
through dynamic suspension adjustments.
Wow.
And of course, they have their blade batteries
Okay.
in the Yangwang vehicles.
Got it.
And some of the models that exemplify this premium offering are the U8, the U9, and the U7.
Okay, cool. So those are the ones to look out for.
Yes, if you've got $1 million to spend.
Yeah, exactly. And they're also doing some interesting things with partnerships
Yeah.
to raise awareness and
Yeah, they're trying to build brand awareness and
Yeah.
reach new audiences. So they have a collaboration with the video game Black Myth Wukong,
Okay.
which is a highly anticipated game.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's a clever way to reach a tech-savvy audience.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Um, And they're also sponsoring some major sporting events
Yeah.
like Euro 2024, Copa America 2024,
Wow.
and the UEFA European Under-21 Championship 2025.
So they're really going all in on,
They're going global.
yeah, on global brand awareness.
Yeah, these sponsorships can really boost their visibility
Yeah.
on a global scale.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so for those of you who are following the stock, let's take a quick look at the relevant information from the annual report and the earnings data that we have.
All right, so the annual report lists their primary stock tickers.
Okay.
They're traded on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange under 01211
Okay.
in both Hong Kong dollars and RMB. And they're also traded on the Shenzhen Stock Exchange under 002594.
Okay.
Consensus EPS forecast for Q4 2024
Okay.
is 1.39.
Okay.
Which is a significant increase from the 33 cents that they reported for the same period last year.
Yeah, that's a big jump.
Yeah, it's a big jump.
Okay, so as with any investment, there are risks.
Always risks.
Yeah. What are some of the challenges that BYD is facing?
Well, the chairman's statement in the annual report
Yeah.
points to a few key areas of concern.
Okay.
One is the slow global economic recovery,
Okay.
the rise of protectionist policies,
Right.
which is impacting international trade,
Yeah.
and then the challenges of transitioning domestic demand in China.
Okay.
And the report also highlights the potential impact of changes in the Chinese government's policies,
Right.
specifically related to economic development and environmental protection.
So those are all,
Yeah, those are all things to keep in mind.
yeah, very real risks.
Yeah, very real risks.
Okay, so what about their, how are they interacting with their shareholders
Right.
and the community?
Well, in 2024, they did their first repurchase of A shares using their own funds,
Okay.
and those were canceled in May.
Okay.
And that can sometimes signal that management believes the stock is undervalued.
Right.
They also adopted the 2024 Employee Share Ownership Plan in November,
Okay.
which aims to better align the interests of employees and shareholders.
Okay.
And then in terms of their impact on the community,
Yeah.
they paid around 51.024 billion RMB in taxes domestically in 2024,
Wow.
which is a significant contribution to the economy.
Yeah, huge.
And they also launched an education charity fund
Okay.
with a planned donation of 3 billion RMB
Wow.
to support university scholarships and promote the understanding of new energy vehicle technology.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's a good cause.
Yeah. Okay, so finally, any significant events after this reporting period ended?
Yeah, there were a couple of things.
Okay.
So on March 11th, 2025, they completed the placement of 129.8 million new H shares,
Okay.
which raised approximately 43.383 billion Hong Kong dollars in net proceeds.
Wow.
And then on March 24th, 2025, the board approved the 2024 Profit Distribution Plan,
Okay.
which proposed a cash dividend of 3.974 RMB per share.
Cool.
And they also adopted the proposed 2025 Employee Share Ownership Plan,
Okay.
although that's subject to shareholder approval at their meeting on April 15th, 2025.
Got it.
So just some things to keep in mind.
Okay, cool. So to sum it all up.
Yeah, BYD is in a very strong position.
Yeah.
They're a leader in the rapidly expanding new energy vehicle market.
Yep.
They're investing heavily in technology.
Yep.
They're expanding globally,
Yeah.
and they're committed to sustainability.
Yeah.
So they're definitely a company to watch.
Yeah, it sounds like they're doing a lot of things right.
Yeah, they are. So for you as someone following the stock,
Yeah.
these are all key areas to monitor
Okay.
as the company continues to evolve.
Got it. Well, this was a really interesting deep dive.
Yeah, I hope you found it helpful.
I did.
Yeah.
I feel like I have a much better understanding of BYD now. And, thanks to you for kind of guiding us through this pretty dense annual report.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
So for those of you listening, if you're interested in more detailed look at BYD, you can check out their full annual report.
Absolutely.
Stay tuned for their future earnings releases to see how they're progressing.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And as always, if you enjoyed this deep dive and you want to see more like it, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon
Yeah, hit that bell.
to be notified of future deep dives.
Yeah, we'll be doing more of these.
Like this, your support really helps us bring you more in-depth explorations.
We appreciate it.
Thanks for joining us.
See ya.